What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome back to Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. It has been, I can't believe it, it's been like some 5 months now since the last time I made a video talking about D3 Reaper of Souls. The last video I made was talking about patch 2.1 and greater rifts. Unbelievable. It feels like it's been at least a year since then. So much has happened for me personally, like outside of Diablo, but a lot of things have also happened kind of in Diablo, and I want to talk about a variety of different things, kind of like the state of D3, what I'm doing with characters and stuff like that. I just want to talk about D3. I've been thinking about this for months now, and I don't even care if nobody watches these videos. I just want to make them because I am a huge D3 fanboy, or Diablo in general. I mean, I'm really into the lore, I read the books, I've played all the Diablo games, and it's just something I'm very passionate about. So again, it's like I don't even care if anybody watches these videos. I just want to talk about D3, and who knows, maybe somebody will watch it and share my enthusiasm. But yeah, Season 1 was cool. It's going to end on Tuesday. This Tuesday, Season 1 ends, and I managed to level a Crusader pretty quickly, but then didn't really carry on with it for very long. I got a hardcore Crusader up to 70, so I've got the season exclusive transmog coming to me, which will be pretty cool. And Season 2, I'm going to level a hardcore Witch Doctor this time. I've really been enjoying Witch Doctor a lot. I think it's kind of funny to me because when Reaper of Souls was going to come out, I thought for sure that I was going to be really big into playing the Crusader class. But I can remember it was kind of early after Reaper of Souls launched, and I was playing my Crusader, and one of my clan members was online, and she was playing her Witch Doctor. I was like, how do you like Witch Doctor? And she was like, oh, I love it. You should make one sometime. And I was like, you know what? I will. And I did, and I love it. Witch Doctor is so much fun. I can't even tell you. And I don't even know why I didn't try it earlier. I mean, I played Necromancer, and that was my thing back in Diablo 2. I love playing pet classes in general in RPGs. I don't know why it took me so long, but I really enjoy Witch Doctor. It's probably my main class that I go to now, and the one that I care the most about gearing out. I've got all classes leveled to 70, some in both normal and hardcore, but Witch Doctor is definitely the most fun for me. There's a lot of interesting builds, and I'm always looking forward to like that next piece that will unlock some new interesting twist to my current build, or just completely change what I'm doing and, you know, make me want to try something wildly different. For example, there's the Carnival, or Carnival, I'm not sure which way it's pronounced, which is a new mask that you can get for the Witch Doctor, and it is pretty damn awesome. If you can pair it with a, what is it called, the Dagger of Darts or something like that, then what you get is you get fetishes that shoot poison darts when you shoot poison darts, and with the dagger they pierce through enemies. So it's a barrage of poison darts flying all over the place, and it sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to picking up one of those daggers. I've got the mask, and it's pretty good. One of the interesting things they were talking about at BlizzCon, which they have now implemented, is there are now a variety of different treasure goblins, and it is hilariously awesome now to run into a big pack of treasure goblins like you see here, and not only do they drop like a variety of stuff, but some of them will drop very specific stuff. Like, you have goblins now that drop gems only, or crafting materials, or even better, and this is probably everyone's favorite, the blood shard goblins. And if you can get one of those goblins, one of those blood shard goblins, you'll probably pick up like about 500 500 blood shards. It's amazing. And tons of fun. Like, everybody's running around trying to kill treasure goblins. This group in particular was really awesome. These monks were just godly with like their exploding palms or whatever it is that they were using. So we managed to kill tons of treasure goblins when we ran into them. And we actually ran into packs like this twice in the same rift. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable, just so much stuff. I didn't even pick up everything. At one point I was like, you know what, I've got more than enough of these crafting materials and stuff like that. So I just picked up what I needed, and we kind of moved on. But I've also noticed something, and this kind of segues into this which is kind of a focus for this video also, is me talking about public games like this. I've noticed that the community has changed, has evolved quite a bit, and in a very positive way. It feels like in public games. I mean, we've got clans, we've got communities, which are cool. Clans are, you know, basically guilds where friends can kind of play together, and it's a bit more of a family-oriented type of guild or whatever, right? And you have communities, which are a bit more function-based. It's like you join a community as a means to an end. If you're looking for, you know, just somebody else to join up with you for a greater rift or something like that, then you'll go into a community and be like, hey, looking for one more or something like that, or looking for a group in your community and stuff like that. But just jumping into public games it's gotten a lot more enjoyable, I feel like. I remember around the time when Rifts first came out, I tried playing a lot of public games, and honestly, I hated it because so many people were either just really shit at playing the game, or they were just far too impatient with everybody else in the room or whatever. And it was so much of a hassle to try fishing and to get a decent public game. Now it seems like people are a lot more patient, they're much better geared and stuff like that, so the experience for playing public games is really, really improved. I've also noticed that, you know, not only do people have much better gear and people are clearing, you know, for example, T6, like a breeze now for most public games, right? For a regular Rift, T6 is nothing. People have better gear, people are not as anxious, it seems like, either, to hurry up, finish a rift, and close it, and stuff like that. I've noticed a lot of people now are doing full clears of rifts, whereas before it was kind of like there was a divide in the community between people that wanted to do full clears and then people that just wanted to hurry up and open up another rift because they thought that, you know, the quickest way to more legendaries is through blood shards, and they weren't necessarily wrong, but definitely I noticed, and I was pro full clear. I noticed that almost every time I would do a full clear with a group for a regular rift, there was always at least one more legendary waiting somewhere, either in a chest or from the next Uber pack or something like that. So it's kind of a relief that to see that the community now does more full clears, and it kind of vindicates now my belief in that was the better way to go now. So it's cool. If you haven't been playing D3, then there's so many good options now, it feels like, for just getting out there. Even if you know nobody now, you can find communities, like I said, that will hopefully be a way that you can pair up with people and be a little bit more kind of social, maybe. Or if you really want a more social experience, there's good clans out there. I've got a clan. It's not very active, but who knows, maybe that can change in the future. And yeah, the public games as well, like I said, have become a lot more reliable, and I've been getting a lot of good gear from just going to public games compared to before, where I felt like I wasn't really getting much of anything. I found my first furnace, for example, a sweet two-hand weapon that gives you anywhere from 40 to 50% extra damage against elites. It's badass. And if I can ever find the shoulders for the Jade Harvester set, then I will finally be able to try that build out, which has been something that I've kind of been looking forward to, but not really, because for me the Jade Harvester set is extremely powerful, but I really prefer having pets and having my Witch Doctor to be much more pet oriented. So I was really pleased to get, for example, the Tall Man's Finger. I've got the offhand weapon, I don't even know how to pronounce this, the Ucapian Serpent, which gives me 29% of the damage that I take is instead redirected to my my gargantuan dog, thanks to the Tall Man's Finger. This is an amazing ring. If you can find one of these, it's a huge game changer for your Witch Doctor. And I've got this SMK, the Star Metal Kukri, which I've had for quite some time. I was actually running a different dagger for a very long time, and then I realized how much potential there was in this dagger. I'm not the type of person that goes out of my way a lot of the times to look for what are the best legendaries and the best builds and stuff like that. I just pick up what I pick up and then try to on my own, discover what I can do with them, and because to me that's fun. Half the fun of playing games like Diablo, and as you've probably noticed if you've been watching any of my Dragon Age videos, I like to do my own theory crafting. I like to, you know, to figure things out on my own, to do my own building, and it's lots of fun. Along with that, I've got a Tasker and Thero. I think I picked this up with my Demon Hunter, and it had originally Dexterity or something like that. So I was sort of forced to re-roll that, unfortunately, and I've got some crit hit chance on there instead. And I'm juggling around a bunch of different body pieces right now with the Zunimasa, the all guilds and stuff like that, trying to figure out like what kind of combination with my very custom build, because I've really, now that I have kind of recently been looking around at builds, I really don't see very many builds like what I'm doing, and maybe that's because I'm crazy and I like to do builds that aren't like very close to being optimal. I don't know, I play what's fun to me, and if that means clearing content a little bit slower, it doesn't bother me that much, because I'm having more fun with the skills that I think are more fun. And I mean, it's just that simple. Like, for example, here's another, right? The Grin Reaper. Now, as much as I want, and I know how amazing the Mask of Jerem is for increasing your pet damage and stuff like that, I am a huge fan of the Grin Reaper mask. The chance to summon horrific mimics when attacking. Those mimics, not only do they make you look awesome by turning you into a skeleton, but they also copy a lot of your skills that you use. So for example, they will cast Piranado for me, and so I see this all the time. The mimics that spawn will start casting, for example, Piranado, which saves me mana. That means I don't have to cast it at all, or I can save it to when I need to cast it or something like that. It's really, really one of the most powerful Witch Doctor legendaries, I think. So that's what I mean, like an example of what may not be the most optimal headpiece. It's still tons of fun and is actually really effective in its own way. It's going to be interesting, kind of scary actually when I think about it now, as we get closer to Season 2, and I'm going to make a hardcore Witch Doctor in Season 2. Having no gear all over again is probably going to be it's going to make me extremely paranoid, I think, especially because it's hardcore. Not only do I have nothing to actually do anything with, but if I die, that's it. And I won't lie, I die all the time on my Witch Doctor. Not because of my build necessarily, but because, I don't know, I take a lot of unnecessary risks, and I think that's because I play normal. And I figured, well, if I die, I'm only out for a few seconds. But if I bring that mentality over, even on a subconscious level, over to hardcore with the Witch Doctor, then I'm probably going to end up re-rolling a new one very soon. We'll see what happens. But I think I've rambled on long enough here for this first video. I kind of also see this as just basically an icebreaker again for putting videos up again on my YouTube channel regarding Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls. But if any of you out there, like I said, are as passionate about Diablo as I am, or whatever, then yeah, by all means leave me a comment, click the like button to support these videos, and yeah, I hope to do these a lot more often, at least on a weekly basis, where I just, like I said, I talk about the state of D3, or I talk about, you know, maybe something cool that happened that week, or, you know, show some highlight or something like that, and it should be fun. Till then, make sure that you stay subscribed and keep an eye on your inbox. More videos in general and of D3 are coming up soon. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.